This is it's one of those videos where I don't want to pat myself on the back because number one, these guys didn't listen to me. I'm kind of being sarcastic. How many times have I come out here though and said, anybody listening to me, if you ever get a notice, a phone call, letter in the mail, dear so-and-so, this is the company that handles your pension, there's a little problem. And the long story short is that if you cash out now, you're going to take a haircut. It's not going to be a pretty haircut, but you're going to have to take a haircut. You're not going to like it. Matter of fact, you're really not going to like it. However, if you don't take the haircut, and we'll give it to you in one lump sum, by the way. If you don't take it, we don't know what the pension fund's going to look like in a few years. What did I say to do? If you ever get that notice, you pick up the phone as fast as you can, you reply as fast as you can, first class mail, next day air, give me my money. I won. Give me my money. You what? I lost. No, you won. Because you think you might have lost, but you ain't seen nothing yet if you don't take the lump sum. Here is a fantastic story. Not in a good way, but fantastic in that I'm pretty sure I told everybody this kind of thing's going to come. And when faced with it, hopefully my advice, which I like to think I have some sound advice, to be honest with you. I try not to steer anybody away. It's my advice is simple. Get the hell out of the market and don't play their game, the paper market. You put your money into physical assets. And there's a lot of different physical assets. For example, even though a housing crash 2.0 is coming, it's already started, a house can't go to zero. Can that bond, can that retirement, can that pension? Actually, it can. All because it's invested in paper. Can these two items right here, 1 ounce silver coins, can they go to zero? I mean, theoretically, the club could push a couple buttons and push the price down to zero. I don't know any mining companies that are going to be around at $0 for their silver they're mining out of the ground, which is going to cause a massive shortage and skyrocketing prices thereafter. And isn't it interesting? What do I got here? 1964, 1961. Let me just show you these quarters. Matter of fact, where's the... You know how they got like junk bonds? Where's my junk quarters? Got one junk quarter. I need two. This to work, I gotta have more than one. Pennies. Come on, Jsnip, get your stuff up. Is that one? Oh, nope, another 1964. How about this one? 1967. See, 1967, no silver. 1964, or 61, or previously, 90% silver. So, that's a 67. And then we have this newer one as well, 19. Do we have a date on this one? Do we even get dates anymore? $quarter Liberty, not even a date on this sucker? 2000. Listen to this sound. I want you to listen to this sound before I even get into this article. Now I want you to hear real money. You can actually hear the difference. And this isn't 100% silver, this is 90%. Is it not amazing that I can hold something in my hand, 1961 this was created, 1964 this was created, and another one 1964. And they're still worth a decent amount today. That's amazing to me. Even if someone said, well, I've been investing in silver since back then. And instead of investing in the stock market all these years, since the 60s, I've invested in silver. Let me just take a peek. Historic silver chart. 100-year chart. That's what I'm looking for. Price of silver, 1940s, $5. Peaked to $10 in 1946. Back down to 7. Of course, it skyrockets 1980, which I think these are in today's dollars because it's showing $106 for 1980. So this, I believe, this is adjusted for inflation. Interactive chart of historical data for real inflation-adjusted silver prices. Okay, so how about a non-adjusted silver price chart? Do we have that? Official chart? What do we got here? That's gold. Never mind. I just want to talk about this real quick. If you'd been investing in silver this whole time, and again, at today's $20 or so silver with spot price, not 18, 19, $20, you would have a very, very nice retirement. We're looking right now. You would not care. Pension, what? Pff, don't care. 401k, I got to cash out early. Oh, sorry, sir. Are you having a financial hardship? Actually, I am. Thank God, because I would never be able to get this right now. Okay. Well, you understand it's early too, right? You're not retirement age yet. Yes, I understand. We're going to have to hit you for 10%. Oh, and by the way, we're also going to have to hit you for the taxes on this. So you're taking it out now. You're going to hit with taxes, and you're going to hit with 10%. Sorry about that. 401k. Retirement. Whatever. Had you put your money in your own control into silver or gold, didn't matter. You could go at any time to the nearest coin dealer even and sell off a few. They usually will give you a spot price or so for the silver. They're going to sell it for over spot price, especially Silver Eagles. If you don't like the local coin dealer, you can call one of the bigger players and actually ship it to them, insured, fairly inexpensively. I've looked before. They'll get it. Here's their offer. They're already going to give you the offer. Got your silver, checks in the mail, or direct, maybe they'll wire it, whatever. I'm sorry, did you get a 10% loss? Did you have to get a 10% fee hit you for taking it out early? Nope. Is there taxes on gold and silver? Nope. As Lindsey Williams said, the club told him, gold and silver are our money. That's our money. Paper nonsense, that's for you guys. By the way, just to prove it, go see if there's any taxes paid on gold and silver. There's not, because we don't want to pay it. Sure enough, he looked. He's right. There's never any tax charge. That's amazing. And you might say, well, what if with that kind of silver, they're going to have to report that to the IRS if you unload that much. Sure. Who said anything about unloading a whole bunch at one time? Who said anything about unloading a bunch of it at one time? Nobody. You could go to oh, wow. I paid $2 back in 1960 for this. Wow, this is fantastic. I paid $4 back in 2003, 4, 5. Great. I'm getting $18 today. That's a nice little chunk. I'm here to tell you, wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit. A little bit longer. I know we're dragging it out, but just wait. I think you're going to be really, really happy with the prices here in the near future. So on to the article. Dallas police retiring in droves, taking lump sum pensions, fearing the money isn't there, and it isn't. The Dallas Police and Firefighters Pension Fund has just 45% of the money it needs to cover benefits. The fund rates to be out of money in 15 years at the current rate of withdrawals. For those eligible, the sane thing to do is retire and take a lump sum payout before the money is all gone. That's what I've been saying this whole damn time. Because it's the right decision. That's precisely what's happening, and it is further pressuring the system. Decline in funded ratio of Dallas police and fire pension system. Now this is something I'd like to show President Obama when he said earlier this year, anybody who says the economy of the United States is not doing well is peddling fiction. That damn saying is going to go down in the history books. Let me take a look at this. Since March 2009, the S&P 500 tripled. But the Dallas pension system went from 65% funded to 45% funded. Back in 2007, it was 94 or 3% funded. Then the crash happened. Oh, 2008. Ooh. But you'll notice something about 2008. Remember, the supposed crash didn't actually happen till later in 2008, right? September, October. This chart, for some reason, is showing at the beginning of 2008 they got problems. Isn't that amazing? Then it hits down 65%. QE, quantitative easing 1, quantitative easing 2, quantitative easing 3, bailouts, expansion of the Federal Reserve's book, $5 trillion, bailing out other banks overseas. Oh, it must be working. Look, 2009 to 2011, it went up 5%, 6%. Oh, 2011, back down again. Sorry about that. 2012 to 2014, stuck at 65%. 2014 to 2016, 65%, 2014, 45% a mere 2 years later. Not looking good. That's because most all pension funds have a ton of unfunded liabilities, i.e. the pension itself. And they all mark their books at, we think it'll be an 8% return. And when the reality is, well, it's actually 6.5 this year. It was 7. We have another year of 7, another year of 7. It drastically changes things. Even if they had a solid 8%, I'll be honest with you, even if they had a solid 8% the whole damn time, they're still underfunded. It's the nature of the beast. That's my pension, and I want it now. Call J.G. Wentworth. Do you have a pension? J.G., I used to have a pension, but I'm cashing out now, buddy. I'm out of here. Dallas's police and firefighters are quitting in droves, wagering that financial market losses are about to render their promised pensions too good to be true. So in other words, I'd like to stay on the job and collect a paycheck, but the longer I stay on the job, I'm actually eligible to collect my pension now. And if I stay on the job, my pension goes down further. I'm looking at the chart, right? Because if I'm a pensioner, I'm looking at this chart. 2014, 65% funded. 2016, 45%. And this decline is not looking good. I want out now. Do I qualify to get out early? Yes, you can get your pension right now. And then let me guess what they're going to do. Like the story I told you the other couple months ago. These pensioners, public figures, firefighters, police officers, chief of police, chief fire department. Oh, yeah, listen. The last year, we decided when we want to cash out or get our pension and retire, we had this weird little rule we can do where we get all the overtime, all the extra bonuses, all the extra work we can get, side jobs, you name it. You like, please can go take a side job. And earn the most amount of money, work more than our life in a year than we've ever worked. And whatever the total of the amount we worked that year, so if I normally make $80,000 a year and I'm able to make $120,000 in my final year, the pension I get for the rest of my life is a percentage of my final year working. So it's a percentage of the $80,000 a year? No. It's now a nice huge percentage of $120,000 a year. So these guys who, I can quit, I can retire, are essentially screwing over their buddies who aren't able to retire yet. So their mentality is, I got to get mine now too. I don't care about anyone else. I'm getting mines now. They've been in that mentality, or else they would have never done that little trick I just told you about all these years, which drains the pension system even more. The problem is going to be when people are told in all of these states, massive pension problems, every state has problems. When we're told we have a constitutional law in each state, the state constitution, that says the pension funds must be funded. And the governor and the legislature, they're going to come out, listen, there's a law on the books that this has to be funded, and I really hate to do this. And it'll be at the end of their term when they've decided I'm not going to get reelected anyways. We've got to follow through on this, guys. I got to raise taxes. We got to do it. Got to fund these pensions. The law states we have to. And the only way we can do that is through taxes. Sorry about that. And they'll do it. They'll raise the tax. And then, I'm not voting damn Republican. I'm not voting for that schmuck. And you stupid Democrat, you were on board. You switched sides to vote this through. I hate you. And the governor, you rat bastard. And then the new one will come in. We're voting for this guy. He's going to fix it. He's going to get in office. Guys, it needed to be done. It's still the law. I'm going to try to talk with the legislators to see if they'll pass a law to where we can deal with this pension. And then, in other words, to lower those taxes again and just say to the pensioners, you're screwed. And that's not going to go well with the pensioners. And he wants those pensioners' votes. But there's more regular citizens than there are pensioners. So I got to please the citizens. But the legislators, they can't get a law passed. They can't even send it to me, so I can't create my own law. I have to wait on them, and they're not doing it. You know, it's out of my hands, guys. Sorry about that. So, little FYI, I'm ending this video as of right now, but I happen to have a subscriber, which I'm proud of this, that, I don't know if he's a writer, part owner, whatever his title is, at the activistpost.com. And from time to time, I like to read some of their articles to you guys. I'm actually talking to him via Skype, and I'm going to record it. I don't know that he will give me the permission to reproduce it yet. I'm going to ask him, can I put this on my channel? This is an interesting conversation we're about to have. And if he says yes, it's going on my channel. If he says, no, I'd rather not have my face, or whatever his reason, doesn't want the video at all, no problem. Or maybe he'll say, just blur out my face. That's okay too. I'm going to ask him, and whatever he says is what's going to happen. The conversation is going to be about, he said, you were talking about moving to Costa Rica or maybe New Zealand or whatever. And just so you know, I've been looking at all these things recently, because I thought to myself, if Hillary gets in here and they want her in, they're going to put her in. It'd be amazing if Trump gets in there and then survives and lives to actually do his job. I was seriously thinking, man, I wonder if I should get the hell out of here after telling everyone it's not a good idea. However, keep this in mind, I think I already know where his conversation is going to go. Number one, he already lived in Costa Rica. He knows all about it. I think he was there for several years, and he's going to tell me all about it in the Skype conversation. My wife and I are about to talk to him in a matter of minutes, by the way. And I'm curious to see, why did you go there? Why did you come back? And I've been reading a lot lately on all these places. In any Spanish-speaking country, I'm here to tell you, when shit goes down, they're going to, as I said, my suspicions were for never telling you don't go. No matter how bad it gets here, you probably don't want to go. They're already doing stuff to the white gringos. You actually have to pay a gringo price. They have their prices, and then there's a gringo price for you. And I'm watching people have conversations on message boards, and they're actually some people from Costa Rica saying, I don't know who this blogger is talking about everything's, sugarcane and roses and beaches here, but this is not reality. This is a very poor country. We have a lot of poor people. And he says, no, don't you Americans think we forgot about what you did in Panama, in the U.S. Food Corp or whatever that scandal was called. One day it's coming, we'll rise up together, something like that. I'm thinking, we're not even there yet. And this guy who lives there is really talking like that. Everything's going to be fine. Yeah, come on over, gringo. We'll charge you the gringo price. No problem. All's good. And then when crap goes down, you're not their friend anymore. You're the outsider. They're going to band together. All the U.S. corporations that have come over, like I heard Belize is being pretty much taken over by U.S. Vacation type companies who are handling all their tourism. They'll kick them all out in a heartbeat. I don't think you want to be there. And I have a feeling that's what I'm about to find out when I talk to this guy. And even if he doesn't want the conversation to be aired on my channel, I can at least tell you what we discussed. That'll be interesting. Take care.